All right, so we are going to start on our backs, but with a little different configuration of the blocks than we've done before. So just kind of watch how we're going to set up the blocks. I need a strap handy and set up your blocks sort of like a T, right? So your top block is going to be perpendicular to the top of the mat for about just to support your head. So you place that block just perpendicular, separate, parallel to the top. And then the next block is also good. They're both on the flat end, the flattest end. The next block is going to be down lengthwise with a little space in between. So this block here will support from the base of your shoulder blades up into the shoulder blades, right? Usually we put this the other way, but we're putting it lengthwise down. So it's basically, this is how it looks on your mat. Okay? And we'll carefully bring ourselves kind of in front of those blocks. And carefully come down. I'll have to kind of play around with it a little bit, but make it so that you feel that the bottom block is supported right at the base of like your shoulder blade, your bra strap area, and the top block is supporting your head. And if you have to move around a little bit to that. And then just bring your arms out to the sides. Allow yourself to sort of melt into this. Let your shoulders just melt down towards the earth, down away from your ears. And your knees are bent, feet on the floor, just so we're not bringing it into the legs quite yet. And with your arms extended out into a big wide T and palms are facing towards the sky, reach the arms away from each other, like you're reaching for something just beyond your grasp on each side, lengthening your big T. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, bring those arms up towards the ceiling. Reach them up, come into prayer hands, and then elevate your shoulders up off the mat. So it's like kind of like you lift the shoulder blades, peel them off the mat, off the block, and then peel them back down as you open the arms out to the side and then reach them out. We'll take a breath in. And on our exhale, bring those arms back up. Lift the shoulder blades up off the block towards the sky. Exhale the shoulders back down with them free. Open the arms out to the sides. And one more time. Inhale, reach those arms up. Lift the shoulders towards the sky. Exhale, come all the way down. And now just let those arms completely surrender. Let your head just really turn side to side. And if you're just joining, we have a block underneath our head, flat block, and then a block supporting under our shoulder blades, parallel to the long edges of our mat, making like a T shape with the blocks. And now let's separate the feet as wide as our mat. Slowly let your knees drop over to the right. It's going to come into the back a little. And one time over to the left. And come back to center. And now you can keep your knees bent, or if it feels okay, stretch your legs out long. Flex the feet and reach the legs away. And now reach your arms up overhead. Palms facing in towards each other. Elevate your shoulders up towards the fingertips, away from your heels, and flex through those feet even more. Take a long breath in. And on your exhale, slowly bring the arms up towards the ceiling, down by your sides. and rebend the knees. Pause here for the breath. Feel the block as it gives you a little pressure into that middle upper back. And allow the breath to expand into your rib cage, into your heart space. Let those shoulder blades melt down. And now slowly, carefully, bring yourself off of those blocks. And bring your blocks parallel to the top of your mat. Shoulder width apart, setting them up for tabletop. So your hands will be on the blocks, stacking your wrists underneath the shoulder blades, so basically have longer arms. Inhale, let your heart come forward. Remember that block between those shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, round your spine and spread the shoulder blades away from the spine. In the angry cat, drink those shoulders down and away from the spine. And 2 more. Inhale, heart goes forward, shoulder blades plug in and down to the back. Exhale, round your spine, release them. And then let's come into tabletop, tuck your toes, lift up into downward facing dog, hands on blocks. So press down into those hands, and if you don't have blocks, you can do it without blocks. You need to move your hands a little bit towards the edges of the blocks to hold it. Bring your feet hip distance apart and push into those blocks. Let the shoulder blades lift up because your arms are overhead here. So let the shoulder blades lift up towards the fingertips as you send your hips back. 4 breaths. Then those triceps in towards each other, press down into the hands. Draw the heels to the floor. You might be able to get them a little closer with the hands on tops, but let's see where you're at with this experiment. Let your head dangle. Let it completely dangle. Take your head nose, slowly. Take your head, yes, let it just dangle. Keep those upper arms engaged. Draw the low belly and send the sit bones back. Little bend in the knees. Draw the hips to the ground. And then bring the toes together to touch. Inhale that right leg, reach it up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, round the spine a lot. Spread the shoulders away from the spine. Draw the belly in, round more. One more inhale, reach up, stretch up and back, draw the left hip back. Exhale, round the spine, and then step your foot between your blocks. Let's bring the back knee down. And with your fingertips on the blocks, open your heart, let the hips come forward. And now release the fingertips, reach those arms up, let the hips continue to go forward. Palms facing forward, inhale. Exhale, gold post arms. Now imagine you're drawing the elbows away from each other and back. Slide the shoulder blades in towards each other and open up through your heart. And then circle the arms around. Take your blocks with your hands. Maybe put them on the high end. And then let's come into a half split. Flat back. And turn the body. So draw your sit bones back. Draw the heart forward. Walk them through the back of the knee. And rebend into that front knee. Place your blocks again, shoulder width apart. Tuck the back toes. Step back to plank. friend away. Gather in with your belly, downward facing dog. 4 breaths here, dangle the head. Push the blocks, push into the blocks with your hands, engage those upper arms. See if it makes any difference if you draw your inner thighs back and hug your thigh bones up into your hips. Fill this with 2 more breaths. And then bring those feet together. Inhale, get big 3-legged dog. Stretch it up, not opening the hip, just reaching it straight back. Exhale, gather the belly in, round the spine, lean the chest, push the crown away. Spread the shoulder blades away from the spine. One more time, inhale, stretch it up. Draw that right hip back. Exhale, knee to chest, and bring your foot between your blocks. Back knee down, start with the fingertips on the blocks. So start with opening the hips. So focusing on letting your hips come forward as far as they want today. And then release the arms, reach them up. Feel those shoulder blades lift. And on your exhale, feel the shoulder blades draw down and in towards each other. So think about the shoulder blades drawing in towards each other and gently pressing in towards the heart space, allowing the heart space to open. Draw those elbows back any amount and out to the sides. And then make a big circle with your arms, lengthen that front leg, and let's come into this half squat here. For me, I've really tightened everything, so today, so I'm going on high blocks, but you can go on half or wide. Whatever you do, try to keep a flat back and try to keep that back hip over the back knee. So you're keeping the right hip stacked over the right knee. You might have to send that left foot forward more. And then notice if your foot's veering out to the right or left, just bring it straight back. And with a straight spine, right heart forward. It's a little different experience. And rebend into that front knee. Place the blocks one last time, shoulder width apart. Curl up the back toes, step back to plank. Downward facing dog. Just 2 breaths now. Lifting up and back. Lift up high on the tiptoes, bend the knees, look to your hands, maybe a little hop. It's maybe easier to hop. Oh, I almost lost it. All right, and then go ahead and place your blocks off to the sides of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your heart forward. Exhale, keep the knees soft, heel and round. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Open up, we're gonna flow. Exhale, chair pose, reach through the fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Drop the head. Inhale, flat back, hands to your shins. Exhale, right leg steps back, back knee down. Inhale those arms, reach them up, interlace the fingers, all but the index fingers, and then lift up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Now maybe place your knees down here or come halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale for your cobra, or if you're ready for up dog, might be a cobra this first time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread those fingers, press into this mat. With all 10 fingers, wrap those triceps in, let the head release, jaw relax. Now inhale that right leg, reach it back, hold this 3-legged dog. Draw your left hip back more. Push into the mat, breathe in. Exhale, round the spine as you bring your knee in towards your chest. And step your foot between your hands, back knee down. Sweep it up, gentle back bend. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, circle the hands around and step to the top of your mat. Press down into those feet. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Nice. Exhale, chair. Take a breath in as you lengthen through the spine. Now draw the tailbone down as you reach to the fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart now. One more time on the other side. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step that left leg way back. Back knee down. Float the arms up. This time, goalpost arms. Open the heart, open up through the spine, and circle the hands around, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, engage those thighs, come on your tiptoes. Exhale, chaturanga or knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders draw back, heart draws forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Belly, let the thighs come up into the hips as you send the sit bones back. Left leg lifts, hold it up there, draw the right hip back. Exhale, round your spine, step your foot between your hands, back and down. Inhale, arms up, goalpost arms, let the hips come forward, open the heart. Circle those arms around. Step to the top of your mat. This time, inhale, lengthen your spine, keeping your knees soft, fold and bow. So drop your head, keep your knees as soft as you need to. Your hands could go on blocks or they could just dangle. Or you could grab a hold of opposite elbow, right? Now let your head completely drop. Let your belly rest on the top of your thighs. Press down into the feet to support you. And let those shoulder blades just drape down towards the earth. Two breaths. And now either roll up or come up with a flat back, coming all the way up to standing. Go slow. Inhale, those arms reach up. Good. Exhale, just find your mountain pose. And we're taking this now into a little flow, right? We're starting with eagle, right? So take your arms out to a big wide T. Get warm. Big wide T. Soften your knees a little bit. And wrap your right thigh on top of your left thigh, right? Now you can always take the toes down to the ground if you need that, right? But bring your gaze straight ahead. Now take your right arm underneath your left arm, coming into those eagle arms. And if this is too much for the elbows or whatever, you can take hands on opposite shoulders. So if this doesn't feel good. But otherwise, wrap those inner thighs in towards each other and down. Breathe. Draw the elbows forward slightly and up slightly. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades that you're creating right now. The gaze is right through that little pocket between your hands or your arms. Good, and then free the arms. Bring the right knee up. Feel that freedom. Reach down into the foot and reach up to the sky. And sweep back to airplane. So arms reach back, spin your palms to the floor. And now glide your shoulder blades in towards each other. Give them a little bit of like drawing of the shoulder blades into the heart to move up. Let the heart draw forward. And a gentle step back to your crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, high twist, right arm forward, left arm back. So just kind of hold it here for a moment. Maybe sink a little deeper into the legs. Gather in with the low belly. Take a breath. On your exhale, maybe a little twist. Can you invite the twist a little more up into the middle upper back? And then inhale, arms reach up, open to warrior two. So pivot that back heel, and sink down into those legs. Check out the feet. Bring the back foot slightly pivoted in. The heels are lined up with each other. Soften the shoulders. Spin your right palm and let's do a half bind. Tuck that right forearm behind your back. Take an inhale as you open your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Open up the back. Exhale, side angle, holding your half bind. So a light touch with the forearm. Gently gather in with your low belly. Draw the right shoulder blade back. Tuck that left butt cheek under. And just kind of explore this rotation. And then release that right arm and reach it way over towards like the upper right corner of your mat. This is going to be sort of like a warrior downward facing dog thing. So you reach both arms now, off on a diagonal, way off your mat, towards the right corner, off the right corner of your mat. And reach, reach, reach. Draw your sit bones back as you reach through the fingertips. Long breath in. Breathe into that whole back. And now start to walk your hands to the middle. Pivot the feet to the long edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees a lot and come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach those arms up. Let the shoulder blades spin up. Exhale, goddess. Sink down deep into your squat, elbows out. Two more. Inhale, reach up, push down into the feet, reach, lift, lift. Exhale, sink. And one more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Hold. And inhale, reach back up. Exhale, bring the hands down, pivot back towards the top of your mat. Step back to plank. Hold the plank. Pivot the heels to the right and side plank, left arm lifts. Now plug that right shoulder blade down your back. Lift the hips, lift up through the heart space, lift that left arm, maybe look up. Feel that right shoulder stabilizing by plugging it down. And circle around back to plank. Shift forward, knees or toes, halfway down or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 breaths. Can you bring some breath into that space between the shoulder blades here? Can you a little bit let the shoulder blades separate from each other? And then lift up high on the toes, bend the knees, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward. Drop it down. Now feet hip distance apart. Lift all 10 toes and then plug them down. Feel all corners of the feet, the heels, the outer foot, the inner arch. And then bend the knees using either rolling up to standing or a flat back, whatever your back wants. Come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, arms reach out. Now reach up from each other. So then we'll take that to the other side. So gaze starts straight ahead at eye level or lightly above. Wrap that left thigh over the right. And now the left arm goes under the right arm, coming into your eagle arms here. Draw your elbows forward and up. Draw those inner thighs down. And breathe. Let the breath fill into that middle upper back. Kind of constricted with your hands in front, so let it fill into that middle upper back. 2 more breaths. And then start to release the arms, bring that left knee up, feel that freedom, sweep the arms back, airplane pose, slide the shoulder blades in towards each other, and a gentle step back to crescent. Inhale, those arms, reach them up. Exhale, high twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Holding it here for a breath, so take a breath in. Exhale, invite the twist a little bit higher back. And let's sweep those arms back to center. Exhale, open, warrior 2. So here we are on the other side. Remember everything. Relax your shoulders. Sink down a little deeper. So have that front knee tracking towards the toes, yeah? And the back heels slightly back with the toes slightly angled in. You can play with the width of the legs. And with that, can you draw the inner thighs towards each other? Turn your left palm, wrap that left arm behind you, flip the right palm and open up. Sink a little deeper into that front knee and stretch up and back. Keep your half bind, just come into side angle, right forearm to the thigh. And invite a gentle rinsing, twisting, turning your torso towards the long edge of your mat. So that left shoulder blade is just opening back. The right butt cheek's tucking under, and you've got a light touch with that right foot. If you can, it's a right angle with that right knee. So you're down deep into that right thigh. And now release that arm. Feel that freedom. Reach that left arm way over in a diagonal towards the upper left corner of your mat. Reach into your like downward facing dog warrior 2 thing. I should come up with a name for this, but you're reaching the arms on a diagonal. Draw that right hip back. Breathe into that back. And now start to walk your hands to the middle of the mat. Pivot your heels in and toes out on the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands right underneath you and just let your hips, your knees go side to side, like Skandasana. Side to side. And the next time the knees are over to the left, place your left hand down to the inside of the right knee into the twist. Right arm, sweep it up. Come back down and go to the other side. As deep as you want, right? Take that left arm up, right hand. The right elbow is right into that right knee. And then come back to center. Pivot towards the long edge of your mat. Pivot towards the top of your mat, I'm sorry. And step back to plank. Spin your heels to the left side, plank, right arm lifts, lift the hips. Now plug that left shoulder blade down, right? Let it support this by engaging the left shoulder down towards the hip. Lift the hips up, look up. 3, 2, and 1. Circle back. Good. And go through a flow if you like through your vinyasa, your up dog, and your down dog. 4 breaths. Press into the hands, send the hips up and back. And now let's float into a plank. And place your knees down. Draw your shoulder blades back. Draw your belly in. Draw your heart forward. And then slowly lower. The elbows come in towards your ribcage. Heart goes forward, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. And let's come into Sphinx pose. So your forearms are parallel with the sides of your mat. Elbows slightly forward of your shoulders. And now press down into the tops of your feet. Spin your inner thighs up. Draw your outer ankles in. And then start to pull the forearms back like you're trying to drag your bottom to the top, towards the top of the mat. Now let your belly release and let your bottom rib soften down. Then let your heart draw forward. Maybe you can connect with that gentle pressing of the shoulder blades into the chest, the heart space, to open up through the chest. And release it down. And let's come into like I don't know if this is like a crab hands or what this would be called, spider, right? So bring your hands, your arms into like a right angle with your fingertips on the sides of your mat. Inhale, let your heart come forward. Now draw the belly in and open up through the chest. Exhale, turn your head to the right and lower down that left shoulder as you lower down onto the left side of your head. Inhale, come back up. Heart opens. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Let that right shoulder blade come down and then the side of the head. 2 more times. Inhale, maybe find a little more fluidity. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, lift. One final time. Turn to the left. Right shoulder comes down, right side of the head. And then just come back to neutral. Good. Bring your hands on either side of your torso, right underneath your armpits. Reach back with those toes. Press down at the tops of the feet first. And then start to draw the low belly and lift up into your cobra. Draw that low belly and draw the heart forward. Hover the hands just off the ground. That's going to be all on your back and no arms, right? Maybe lift those legs off the ground and reach to the big toes. Now, take a breath in. And on your exhale, reach the arms straight back into Shavasana. Good, palms facing down or in towards your torso. Lift those legs, breathe. 3. Spin those inner thighs up. 2. Heart draws forward. 1. And let everything go. Turn your head to one side. Release. Lift your head and turn it in the other direction. Let yourself just melt into the mat. And bring yourself back up to all fours and stacking your wrists underneath your shoulders. Bring your hips into some circles. So like a little cat-cow circle. So like you round and then you bring the hips out to the right and then over to the left and then you round. Like let the pelvis move all around. And then reverse it. Bring your hips over to the left, let the belly fall, then you draw them in. Nice, and then back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward about an inch. Parallel those index fingers, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift those hips up and back. Push into the mat, just feel that nice sort of like counterpose from those back bends. Send the hips back. On your next inhale, reach that right leg up and now open the knee. Bend the knee and open the hip. Press into both arms equally. Breathe in. And on your exhale, step the foot to the outside of the right hand for lizard. back knee down. You can let your knee kind of come out to the side, let the inner arch of the foot lift up, let your heart open, let those hips release. And then take your left hand to the left side of your mat. Take your right arm out to the right, and now use your rib cage. Twist and open through that middle upper back. Reach back. Maybe bend the back knee and bring the foot to the hand. Only if that works, because that doesn't cramp up. And sort of like in between cramping and feeling good. So now blossom that, I don't know, I need a better word, but it's sort of like feel the back of the shoulders liberating the heart space, pressing into the heart space, opening up through the chest, lean back, get creative and curious with us. Let the head move, the neck release. Just kind of unravel it. And if you can't get the foot, just hold it with the twist. And then release. Oh, place the hands down, curl up the back toes, step back to downward facing dog. Just push into the hands, lift the hips up, lift up and back. And now with that left leg, lift that left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Push into both arms equally, open it up. Can you draw the left foot towards the right shoulder? It's not going to touch, but just draw it there. And gently pivot, step that left foot into lizard, back and down. Now all these are choices, right? You can stay in lizard. You can stay with your knee open and your arch lifted as that left foot. And just kind of explore the hips and that right inner hip. Or you can take the right hand over towards the right side of the mat, take that left arm up, out to the side, use the rib cage, and take a twist, reaching that left arm back. Invite the foot to the hand if it's there. If not, don't worry about it. Just explore the twist, the hips, release through the neck, the jaw. Unravel a little. And gently release. Step back to downward facing dog. Drop your head. And now soften your knees. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. And if you have your strap there, grab it. Or come into your standing and grab your strap. Right? And then let's take our hands to our shins, lengthen your spine, look to the top of your mat, hold your strap, and then come all the way up with flat back. Reach those arms up overhead. You might want to double up the strap, right? And holding the strap, your palms are facing forward. Push down into your feet and lift your shoulder blades up and come into a gentle back bend. Breathe in. And on your exhale, soften the knees and bring your strap right down onto your thighs. So just you're standing in mountain pose. And then press the strap back. So open up through the chest, slide your shoulder blades in towards each other. And then go ahead and release the strap in one hand and grab the strap behind you. But important to have your palms facing back, right? So holding the strap with your palms open behind you, not palms facing in, right? And separate the feet a little wider than the hips. Take a breath in, lift those arms up and back. And on your exhale, bend the knees, fold and bow. Letting your arms come up over your head. Keep your knees as soft as you need to for that back. And let your head dangle. Let those arms reach up overhead, bend your mouth. We're holding it here for like 4 breaths. Letting those shoulder blades release and letting the arms kind of draw forward, like one day maybe they'll come back over your head, maybe never. And then release the strap down. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, push down into the feet and just come all the way up to center. Lift those arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Come into just a little bit of a chair pose. Look towards the top of your, at eye level or above. Standing figure 4, right ankle on top of the left knee. Let your heart draw forward and your sit bones draw back. Sink down as far as it feels good. And then when we come up, we're going to come into dancer by lifting the left arm up, taking that right foot into the right hand, open the right palm, and lift that left arm up, open up to the chest. Draw the heart forward and open up through the chest as you slightly tip forward but lift up. Keep lifting, 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 reaching to the sky. And slowly release the foot. Take one step forward. Bring your hands to your heart and standing figure 4. Breathing down. Moving down in the standing leg. Hard as you send the sit bones back. 2 more breaths. And now think about the journey. The journey is just as important as the destination. Right? Release. Right arm lifts. Left foot comes behind. Grab the inner arch of the left foot. Push down into that right leg as you reach through the right arm and tip forward slightly, but it's more of a lift. And an opening through the heart. Heart opening, left knee current back. And now step forward. One more time, figure 4. Hands to your heart, sink down. Breathe, 3, 2, maybe go deeper. And let's go right into our dancer. Left arm up, grab the inner arch. Lift up, tip forward, lift, reach. And final step, hopefully we're at the top of our mat. Bend that right knee, flex the left foot, figure 4. Just notice the difference with maybe the comfort and ease the second time through. Maybe a little bit. And then release, right arm lifts. Left foot kicks back, grab the inner arch, lift up. Tip into your final dancer. Wide open heart. And bring the foot down to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold and bow. Let it go. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Shift forward, hug your elbows in from halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold it here for a moment. Press into the tops of the feet. Hug those inner thighs up. Draw the heart forward. Feel through that whole upper middle back. And downward facing dog. Whew. Let's look high on the toes. Place your knees down. Open them as wide as your mat. Sink your hips back, child pose. Let your forehead rest on the mat or the mat. Let go for 4 breaths. Long and slow, string them out. all fours. And come all the way down onto our back. So carefully get yourself down onto your back. Have any things that you need handy, socks or a sweatshirt to put on in a little bit for Shavasana. And let your arms just rest out to the side. Feel the back of your shoulder blades and your spine just melting down. Knees are bent. Bring your heels out wide on your mat, so wide that your toes are off the mat and your heels are on the mat. And just start to let your knees sway side, your legs sway side to side, go slow, easy. Gently rocking side to side. Can you do this with any more ease? The next time your knees are over to the right, let them just hang out there. Turn your head to the left. Let go of your jaw. Palms can be open. Add a little bit of energy by drawing your left kneecap further away from the hip joint. Like lengthen that left thigh. Breathe into the left inner hip area. And come back to center and drop the feet as wide as the mat. Drop the knees over to the left. Turn your head to the right. Let your neck release. Let your jaw relax. A little bit more energy, drawing the right knee away from the hip. Like you're trying to lengthen and walk yourself a little bit. Notice your breath and you make it a little bit long. Bring your arms down by your side, setting up for one bridge, right? So set up your heels right underneath your knees. And then having your arms down by your sides, have your palms facing in towards your torso, and then just bend your elbows. So now your palms are facing each other, and just the back of your arms are on the ground. Now start with pressing into the back of your arms. Feel how that can allow your chest to just open up a little bit more. Slide those shoulder blades in towards each other and let them press up into the breastbone. Then lift the hips. Keep that pressing of the shoulder blade up and in. And you can extend the arms now. Maybe grab the long edges of your mat and pull the mat apart. Keep that sliding of the shoulder blades in and pressing up into the breastbone. Draw those knees forward, just like you did before with the knees to the side. Lengthen through the quadriceps. No clenching in the glutes, so try not to. Just enjoy lifting up as high as it feels good for your spine. And if you'd like, interlace the fingers underneath your back. But keep that pressing down, pressing up into the shoulders and pressing up into the chest. And now slowly release it and let yourself slowly come down, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. And let's just enjoy it. Sukhi Baddha here. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees rest out to the sides. And now bring your awareness to your breath. Let it fill into your belly and ribcage. Let your back arch. Surrender to it for a moment. bring the knees in towards each other, and then draw the knees close in towards your chest. Give yourself a really tight squeeze in. And keeping your knees close towards your chest, open your arms out to the sides and take your knees over to the left. Turn your head to the left as well. Arms are in a big wide T. The right palm is open. Let that right shoulder blade spill down away from your ears. Completely let go of your head. So we're coming more into the spine now with this twist, keeping the knees close to your chest. Up into that middle spine, the middle upper spine. Where can you surrender to this twist for a couple of more long, slow breaths? And then to come out of the twist, I like to go one leg at a time just to really keep that back really safe. So come back onto your back, lifting the right knee, then the left. Keep the knees in close and go over to the other side. Turn your head as well to the right. Left palm is open. Let that left shoulder blade release down, away from your ear. Unravel, unwind. Start to bring that left leg up first and then the right. Give yourself a little hug, and we're going into happy baby here. So open the knees wide apart, the feet kind of come in towards each other. And then you can either just hold on to the tops of the knees or reach through the middle between your legs. Peace fingers grab a hold of your big toes. Gently draw the bottoms of your feet towards the sky. And then melt your shoulder blades down to the ground. Melt your low back. Your tailbone melts down. It's a gentle drawing of the knees down, but make it more about melting the shoulders and the low back. Then either hold it or add a gentle rocking side to side. Go slow, mindfully. Stretch those legs out long. Open the legs as wide as the mat. Reach your arms up overhead and open your arms into like a V. Take a big stretch. Point through the toes. And then flex through the feet. Let your arms come down by your sides, and maybe you keep your legs as wide as the mat and let everything go. Let the shoulder blades melt down. And if you feel like you just need one more movement, or maybe you need something to support under your knees, if you feel comfortable, just stay, right? But if you feel like you just need to do one last thing or a final pose to complete your practice, then certainly do that. And your muscles just release. And allow your breath to lengthen. And begin to deepen your breath. Maybe take another stretch. Maybe turn your head side to side. And if you're on your back, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Gently roll onto one side. And take your time to make your way up to your seat. Let your arms rest down by your sides. Just get those shoulders, like some big circles around. Notice how they feel. And reverse. I'm hearing like lots of little crunching, cracking and stuff. So we loosened up some stuff if you feel like that. If you feel some of that, just kind of feel that. And inhale, let those shoulder blades rise. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And thank you very much. Everybody, hope to feel like we have liberated shoulders.
Good stuff.